Welcome to the HiFinder Expo highlights today with Thomas Dehne of AVL. Thomas, welcome.
Thank you.
AVL, big company, I know. So
Yes.
what innovations are you presenting today?
Today I want to highlight the AVL Innovative Diagnostic Toolchain, and which is structured in a way that it enables to tackle degradation in a systematic way.
These are degradation of the stacks or in electrolyzers and fuel cells or just fuel cells?
Right now it's focused on PEM fuel cells,
PEM fuel
but
cells, okay.
we are also working on extending that towards electrolysis.
Okay, all right, okay. So I see you brought a little diagram to take us through. So
Yeah.
How does this work?
Okay, so basically the main element of the tool chain is this Puma 2 fuel cell diagnostic, and it supports all common interfaces that are required to integrate that into plants or in test beds. That means a relatively easy integration. So also from the get-go, it includes a generalized set and validated set of stressor and failure fingerprint monitoring features, which are literature-based at the beginning, but they can easily be adapted as needed to the real hardware. And then the tool is monitoring while testing what kind of degradation is triggered and how severe it is, and that allows then one to, by using it, to then judge on decisions in terms of strategies on controls or calibration works, and make informed trade-offs and optimize the system in terms of degradation as part of the decision making. It can also be easily extended with AVL or even with non-AVL equipment, so it's not bound to AVL, to make the quality of the monitoring even better, and to improve even the effectiveness of the whole tool chain. It allows to adapt or to connect to advanced tools like design of experiment, or also like artificial intelligence or machine learning tools and something like that.
So essentially this is software.
It's a
or is it
combination.
also hardware?
It's a combination. So basically, the basic package consists out of industrial PC software on RO, and you can then add more and more simulation for virtual sensors, or you can add real measurement like impedance spectroscopy, like we offer that as well for even small stacks and full size stacks and whole systems.
Okay, so like that kind of setup there. But and where would this typically be used?
Typically, you use that during the health and diagnostic tool, use case, and specifically in the degradation tracking and control. So if that is your goal, you have at the beginning a new system is getting worse and worse and worse, and that tool helps you to identify very early what kind of degradation you trigger and how you can apply a countermeasure to that before you even see that the degradation is measurable.
Okay, so that means that it's more, but don't you need to know a lot about this kind of stack to even recognize that?
Correct, and that is why AVL is a long time in these technologies,
in the business,
and so we gained already a lot of knowledge about degradation mechanisms, and that put us into the position that we were able to generate such kind of a tool that it is able to support someone to tracking down degradation mechanisms during operation and using that information for decision making, how to optimize to achieve the lifetime that is.
Okay, I need to ask you let me say the fuel cell developer question. Once I'm this way, so does your system allow me to slide a little bit back up? You know, can I recover from this?
If one does not know the way how reversible losses can be recovered, we can also help to gain that learning and learn how to recover, but the tool itself is a monitoring tool, so it's intended to make aware but not to affect directly from itself. So it's the freedom of the creativity of the developer to solve the issue, and we don't want to predefine how it's solved.
Okay, and who would be users of this tool essentially?
That can be anyone who is in development or research, but it could also be a plant that is in operation to monitor a plant for a fuel cell, or as I said, we are extending that towards electrolysis. So also with the next step, it can be done used for electrolysis to identify, I'm doing this kind of a degradation, getting a feedback that I can respond to, and maybe even have countermeasures applied to the plant before the degradation is at a stage where the system starts to fail.
Okay, so that already actually is half of my last question to you. As in, next step, you say electrolyzers.
Yeah.
Can you give us a bit of an outlook? Where are you taking this to?
Yeah, so besides what I just said before, we're also extending that with features for degradation or diagnostics like fuel starvation, so
Yeah.
for local fuel starvation or global fuel starvation, which then also requires new sensors that are not at the market yet. So we are also developing sensors like energy circulation loop, energy circulation rate sensors, or also water analysis and water balancing and gas analysis equipment and so forth. There's quite a lot of things coming.
Oh, wow, very exciting. Thank you very much, Thomas, for coming
You're
by
welcome.
and showing us this stuff. Thank you for watching, and have a good time.
Thank you.
Thank you.